just at the beginning briefly some of the products we have to offer, but I'm going to dive a little deeper today. I've heard several times people talk about the last mile. How do I get the information out to the public? And that's really what I want to touch on today. We'll get right into the presentation. Also want to thank everybody from Parisian. I guess I'm the last presenter, but you guys did a fantastic job. So thank you once again. A great venue too. So a lot of effort goes into this, I know you guys, so nicely done here on the last day. So again, talking about getting information like early warnings, telling that story as it unfolds on modern platforms. I'm talking about social media, Instagram, X or Twitter as it used to be called, YouTube. Our system exports to these platforms, but I'll talk about that here in a minute. Again, going back to Barron, our products that we offer, we do high resolution modeling, both atmospheric and hydrological. So whether it's river forecasting to your standard atmospheric modeling, we use the WRF, and it's our flavor of the WRF that we tailor to your location, your type of climate. We also offer radars, X, C, and S band. Depending on what your need is, we have a full suite of products on that side as well. And then finally, dissemination. And this is really the software piece that I'm going to talk about. Our links platform, where we can take in multiple types of data. You're going to see some radar data here in a minute, but whether it's satellite, METAR data, observations, to simply generating a forecast, but also that radar data that I talked about. People are starting to use our display now to do it live on Facebook, Twitter, those kind of things, and I'll show you a little bit about that in a second too. The system is delivered on a high-end graphics workstation, and that is absolutely critical. The reason why is, number one, because it's real time and we can analyze the data real time as you would expect on radar data coming in live, but also if you are going to take this information and send it to YouTube or out live, you've got to have a very high-end graphics card to be able to do it all on one platform. So we do deliver it that way. It does have the capability, and I'll dive right into the user interface here. So this is the user interface for the radar side of the system. There are more tabs at the top up there in the black, where you can go to the satellite data, the forecast model data, those kind of things. But I'm going to focus on the radar side, because if you have an early warning, generally it's going to be tied to, well, as the event happens, it'll be tied to radar. So this is the user interface, lots of shortcuts and easy buttons to click on to get things done, but I'm going to focus on this button up here in the black, which is called Video Producer. So when I click on that button, up comes a window that allows me to choose the resolution of what I'm going to make. And this is critical for one main reason. Where is this video going? It's going to, let's say it's going to Facebook. Generally, that's going to be viewed on a small phone. You don't want to record that in full HD resolution. It should be a smaller resolution so it's easier to download on the phone or look at on Facebook. So you get to choose here depending on where your video is going. So on the website, we get to do it in full HD because they're going to have a bigger screen. The other thing to keep in mind too is that when you make the video, if it's a smaller, it's going to be for a smaller screen like a mobile phone. Whatever you record on there should have larger text because it's harder to see. These are the kind of things that we consult you guys on when you have our system. But you should use larger text on a small screen, but if it's going to the big screen, you can have smaller text. Just some simple things that maybe you wouldn't think about that hopefully we can consult you on when you get the system. When I click on the resolution up on the right side, that's me sitting in my home office last week, and some data you can see on the bottom, the visualization of the radar on the bottom. What I'm going to do is hit record. And when I hit record, it records the video and the data separately, or the imagery from the radar. Then I get to choose. This is all, again, within our software. This is not third-party platform. And that is actually critical. Because when you're recording something like this or working with live data and it's a warning situation, that's a chaotic weather situation. You want things as simple as possible so you can get this done and get it out as quickly as possible if you're recording it. Or if it's live, it's even more critical you get to the information you need to get to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the upper right image there where it's the data behind me, the presenter. And up comes, after I've recorded, my video editing software, again, within our platform. You don't have to go somewhere else to do the video editing. Now, it's not your full suite of video editing. You're going to make a movie like on a Mac or something, but it's got the tools you need to record the video and do it the way you need to. And then you'll see here a little bit, I recorded a very quick video of me, and I'll start it here, I'll just let it play. This video,
here you can see we have the storm.
I decided to put my video down on the bottom there at that size. I told it to dissolve it off so that they can focus on the data while I talk.
Moving back
I'm
out.
identifying the storm that's critical here with the cities that'll be hit. I'm changing it. I'm doing it all live. While my radar's operating live.
And then finally one more storm in the south of the upper
And I'm telling my story,
March, looks like.
getting all the details that I need. Another piece for you while this continues on. If you're posting to social media, if you post something with video or graphics, it is 4 times more likely to get interaction or engagement than it is with simply text. And your goal as the person in the weather center to get that information out, you want it to go viral. So engagement is critical. So anything you post on Twitter, Facebook, any social media platform should have video or at least an image. People are less apt to read than they are to listen or look at a graphic. It's just human nature. So the next step is after I recorded that, there's one button I can click on and send it to social media. We can actually export from our software to Twitter/X. We can export to Reddit, Instagram, Facebook. There are 6 platforms you can do right within our software. But it's all in Windows 11, so if I want to just simply send it to YouTube, it's very easy to do as well, or wherever you need to go, or maybe on your web server sitting there in the office. But these are some platforms for live streaming. We don't have software for live streaming, but these are third-party software packages, if you will, or services. Some of them charge you monthly, some of them are free. In fact, OBS Studio there in the middle is the one I'm going to talk about. It is open source, no charge, and one of our customers is using that software, and that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm not promoting it, but this is what I'm most familiar with. So let's get right into it. Available on the web, and I've got some links in this presentation, so if you want this presentation, say in a PDF format, come by my booth or give me a card, I can send it to you, because the links are in there for you guys to go reference if you want to see it. Anyways, OBS Studio, our customer in Canada is using the software with our links platform to broadcast live on Facebook. And I could not get the video from Facebook to play within PowerPoint. They didn't like that, and the web today wasn't working too well anyways here, so again, this link is available for you to click on and see the video. They were on live covering severe weather in Canada using this third-party software and our link software that you're seeing right here. They did it for over 3 hours and 45 minutes continuously because of severe thunderstorms in Canada. So again, I encourage you to drop by, if you would, my booth over here, or send me an email. I'll be glad to send you this presentation or send you the link. It's not a problem. But again, you can watch how they covered everything they did. This is our customer up in Canada. It's actually a media customer, but they're using this third-party software along with ours to do live broadcasting on Facebook. That basically is what I wanted to show today, because it really is the last mile. It is the way to get the information out live. We have our traditional methods, which should not be ignored, of radio or these other areas we get the information out to, but if you can reach them on the modern platforms, you can do it quite effectively and engage them, and then hopefully it goes viral and you get your information out. If you want to see anything about our software or what I'm pointing out here on the web or anything like that, again, feel free to drop by and give you a live demo. In fact, if you want to record a little segment on there using our webcam and all that right at my booth, we can do that. If you want to be a little more famous, that's fine. Anyways, any questions? Was it really that boring?
You did mention WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Yeah, so WhatsApp is something we're looking at integrating with, because we know basically in the international community, WhatsApp's a big deal. It really, really is. I mean, we all use it, right? So we're researching that one currently. So we have 6 platforms right now, but WhatsApp looks like it's obviously got to be the next in one of the future software with this. It's a good question.
So I would say if anybody thinks of any questions they want to ask Brian, it's break time now, so he'll be over at the stand in no time, I'm sure. Thank you, Brian. That's the last presentation of the session, believe it or not, so let's give him a round of applause. Let me just say it's not the end of the day. We've got left our round table session.